Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be board number 54 from Opening Tabia by Master Xiangqi and Grandmaster Xiangqi. Again, this will be a board discussing the central cannon with third pawn advancement versus green horse defense with third pawn advancement. Red would choose the edge horse with 5-7 cannons, very up formation to attack, while black would choose to counter with the screen horse defense, and in this variation he would move the left elephant. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, screen horse, and red chooses the third pawn advancement variation. Black counters likewise, and edge horse, 5-7 cannons, external rip horse, R9 plus 1. This is the basic formation for the entire series. And in this board, E7 plus 5. E7 plus 5 is played. Now this would be the position of discussion. In the previous board, E3 plus 5 was played. Now E7 plus 5 and E3 plus 5 would present totally different scenarios. Now of course, black would consolidate his central file with this move, and at the same time he will wait to see how red would deal with this chariot and then move his chariot in retaliation. This is a very strategic oriented approach to the game and is quite commonly seen now. There are two main variations, the first of which would be R2 plus 4, the second would be H3 plus 4. But before we continue, let us discuss the possibility of playing R2 plus 6 now. Now, this would appear to be quite normal for red to do so in similar circumstances, but it is not a good idea in this situation, because if red played R2 plus 6, black would initiate a trade of pawns and command the cross riverbank rank, and now prepare to attack the pawn over here. So let's say red played R9 goes to 4, E1 plus 7, H3 plus 4 to attack, hoping to go for to capture central pawn. Black would defend, and let's say red goes for H6 plus 4, hoping to go for the elbow horse. Elbow horse to attack, but this would be a bad idea because black would simply play P5 plus 1 to sacrifice the pawn, and to prevent red from moving to H6 plus 4, sorry, for the elbow horse. Both colors will be pestering each other. Black could not dare to capture, otherwise the chariot could move here and red would lose his horse. So that is why this is not so commonly seen. So let us go to variation A. In variation A, R2 plus 4 was played. Now the idea is to strengthen or fortify his riverbank rank in anticipation of black's P1 plus 1. Also, with R2 plus 4, black cannot form a blockade. Now this is a very steadfast approach or method of play. Another possibility would be to R2 plus 4. In H3 plus 4, this is a more attack oriented method, which is variation B. But let's say R2 plus 4, black could play R1 plus 1. Now this move was played to try to create opportunities. If black continued with P1 plus 1, because the chariot was now on the riverbank, the position reach will be identical to the position shown in board 52 or 2 boards earlier, and although black can come out okay, but it will follow old lines. So with R1 plus 1, black tries to find new ways of new approaches in the game. So with R1 plus 1, the red chariot must decide to choose to occupy the more important line first, and R9 equals to 6 is advised. Black would capture the horse, forcing the cannon backwards. Now, would it be a good idea to play R6 equals to 8, offering a trade of cannons? Let's see, 2 equals to 1, block. link, retreat, preparing to attack the horse. After trading chariots, black would not have gained anything. Instead, this chariot would be now pinned, and black would have access to this flank. So r6 equals to 8 is not a good idea. So c7 minus 1 is a prophylactic measure. So r1 equals to 6, c6 r6 plus 3. Red doubles down on his riverbank. 6 plus 5, c5 equals to 6, and this is a rather steadfast approach. Red adjusts position as he tries to switch his formation to a more to better suit the needs of the game. This is a relatively steadfast method of play. Now, if red chose to play h3 plus 4 to attack, the situation will become very complicated. So black could counter with p3 plus 1, offering a trade of pawns. The chariot cannot eat, or the horse will have it covered. So p7 plus 1, h1 plus 3. Because the pawn had moved, the red horse will not advance and threaten the chariot. Now this is one very good use of the horse in this situation. Forcing back, r6 trading pawns, and red uses the central cannon, so attempting the double toast checkmate, e3 plus 1. So each color would have their advantages. Black would be threatening, but red would still be able to hold his own for the moment, and black would now be prepared to charge the pawn across the river. So this is a rather complicated situation. So p3 plus 1, and what if black chose to play r8 equals to 6, threatening to gain material? Black would simply accept the trade of material, because if he did not and tried to protect the riverbank horse, hoping to play c5 equals to 4 or c7 equals to 4 to gain material, black will be more than ready. He will play p7 plus 1, threaten, block the horse. The cannons are now linked. 4 plus 4. After trading material, let's say red goes for c5 equals to 4 again. It would seem that black would lose material, but he could play p3 plus 1 to offer a trade of chariots. p7 plus 1 again. The horse would now move here, attack the chariot. Red will take the opportunity to develop and block the black horse in this position. p7 plus 1, another sacrifice. And now the horse would retreat because the chariot was now here, capturing the central pawn. So again, this would be a trade of chariots. And even if the red chariot moved away, this would be a very beautiful fork by the black horse. If retreated, black would attack. Let's say red cannot make this move because there's a checkmate. There's a threat of a checkmate, and red will lose the horse. So this red's position will fall apart. So that is why p3 plus 1 should not be played, and red should accept. And after trading material, it will be an even situation for both colors. Red is intent on attacking this form, this flank, etc. But black will still have a potential to put up a fight. So that is why r8 equals to 6 is okay, but it's very tricky. Red must know how to counter correctly. p3 plus 1 is slightly more simple, but both colors will be still attacking. So h3 plus 4 is a very complicated variation, and instead c5 equals to 6 is more steadfast, whereby red can continue to control the situation better. r6 plus 3, e3 plus 5, p7 plus 1. This would be a standoff. Black would have crossed the horse across the river, but red's defense of the riverbank is simply too powerful. So this will be a standoff, and both colors will still, it will be still very hard to decide who would have the upper hand in variation A, whereby, uh, sorry, play 1 plus 1. Now let's go to variation B, H3 plus 4, whereby instead of pushing the chariot to the riverbank, red attacks immediately with the trailblazer horse. So H3 plus 4, our P1 plus 1, directly threatening the horse, and red will protect the horse in this manner. Now this will also set red up for future discovered attacks. This is red's response, indicating that he wanted a complicated position. Now if he played h4 plus 5, gaining a central pawn, after delivering a check, the situation will be relatively mitigated. The cannons are linked, but the cannons are linked, and black could now move his chariot to defend, and red might not want to see such a situation from happening. So on line plus 4 is more complicated. Defensive move, h4 plus 6, red tries to go for the elbow horse, and black has to defend against h6 plus 4 with this manner. Now another possible option would be to play p5 plus 1, trade, attack the cannon, c7 minus 1, c5, c7 plus 1 will also do. This will be another very complicated position in this opening system. But this is also playable and still seen in tournaments. So c8 plus 1 will prevent this from happening. p3 plus 1, red is intent on going for the elbow horse and sacrifices the pawn. If black captured, the cannon cannot protect this intersection. And now red will go for the elbow horse, and black will retreat his cannon to prevent h4 plus 3 checkmate. Now black is compensated with an extra pawn, 2 plus 3, protecting the pawn rank, p7 plus 1. This horse is now protecting the pawn. This is a very nice block. By blocking the chariot from protect the pawn, red is ready to go to capture the pawn and then capture the cannon. But black would double down on his attack, preparing to go for a discovered check and capture the chariot. So this will be another very complicated situation. Both colors are going at it, and there will be many possibilities and many traps. The margin for error is very small, and you have to be very careful in this situation. So this would bring us to the end of the discussion for variation B, which is h3 plus 4. A short recap. This will be the position of discussion for the series, and in this spot e7 plus 5 was played, as black would see how red would attack. Usually red would attack with r2 plus 4 or h3 plus 4. r2 plus 6 is also viable, but it will lead to a rather complicated position. So variation A, r2 plus 4, and again black will counter the red chariot with a rank chariot of his own. p1 plus 1 is also okay, but it will lead to the position that was discussed in board 52 2 boards earlier. Goes to 6, threaten the cannon. This horse is very sneaky. After red chooses to change his position, if he did not, it will lead to very complicated situations. And if red did not counter correctly, he'll be in all sorts of trouble. So h3 plus 4 is not a good idea, and this will lead to a rather complicated position. H3 plus 4 is the variation B that was discussed in the book. P1 plus 1 after trading. Red has to protect the horse in this manner. If he captured, the situation is relatively mitigated. It will be rather clear as to what both colors will do. 6 plus 5. Protecting this move, another possibility will be P5 plus 1. And our attacks goes for the elbow horse. C2 plus 1 defense. And the situation will be rather complicated. Black is not taking things lying down, he's still attacking, and red will still try to go for the elbow horse. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like this variation, which is very complicated and practical, please do subscribe to my channel. There's one last video for this section, which I will do in the coming few days. So thank you, and if you like the work I've been doing, please do subscribe. Thank you.